Hey, yo, what up, everybody? You listening to What the Fuego on Fuego Beach Radio. I'm your host, Fuego,
It's your host, Egypt.
and we are chilling tonight.
Yeah, man.
Egypt,
What's up?
what is good, man?
Man, you know, this and that, same old, same old.
That's
The
what's
usual
up.
daily grind.
The daily grime, I should say.
Yeah, really.
That- That's what it is, man. Well, we got some good topics that we want to talk about in this show. First and foremost, like we always do, we gotta speak about some of our people, and that's for one, JSNL clothing line. You could check out jsnlonline.com right now. Use the promo code Fuego Beach Radio to get your 15% off of anything they have. So make sure you go ahead and do that right now. We talked about the fact. What'd you say?
I said I want one.
He wants one, and we ain't gonna even say what. You already know, Jesse. What he what he wants. We ain't gotta say what. Nah, but seriously, man, y'all gotta cop those watches. They got the T-shirts. They got more stuff coming. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout. Hit up jsnlonline.com. Also, make sure you guys check out our partner station in super564.com, which is really, really blowing up. And as I told you guys before, they have me on for about 10 minutes every Friday night. So you go to blogtalkradio.com/super564. So definitely check it out. Friday night. Check it out. Also, got to give a shout out to my man Javis. Did you not? I know you didn't see him, Egypt, but yo, the dude lost mad weight.
Yeah?
Did you? Oh, yo,
I've never seen a guy.
Oh, wow. Okay, you'll look at his pictures. It's Javis Williams, I think. Look at his on my Facebook, and you'll see. And he's like, little. Now he told Yvonne not to let me do it the way he did, but yo, he did it with like healthy fruits and vegetables. I'm like, what? What's not to do about that, yo? He did it big.
That's probably because he almost lost his mind doing this stuff.
That's why he told me not to do that, right? But yo, I give him a big shout out. Slowly but surely, you know, I'm doing my thing. It's so many things I'm trying to do right now because I don't think I would ever do what, you know, our man Kevin or Bobby or ain't as far as try to get really chiseled, almost like bodybuilder status.
Yeah, but you know what though? I saw Bobby, man, not too long ago. I mean, you know, he's not like, I don't know, he might have lost some of the weight, you know, if you don't keep up with that stuff, maybe
I haven't
you
even
lose.
seen him, man.
But he's not small or anything, but he's not like all like he's not
Well,
on
like
some
Kevin.
Kevin. You know, Kevin, this dude is on some, you know, other
Incredible
stuff.
Hulk. But I mean that's what's up. But we're gonna have on the Sunday show, we're definitely gonna have one of Jay's partners down in El Paso. One of the girls that she's real cool with. We're gonna have her on the show, and she's all about the weight training. I was just looking at her old pictures, and she looked good then, but now I mean she's both her and her sister, Leilani, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's either Alicia or Alicia, one of the two. Sorry if I didn't get that right, but I would get it right once you get on the show. But they I have them talking about, you know, nutrition, all of that, because that's what I'm all into that. You know, summer's coming. You already know what we do every time it gets warm. You know, Fuego is gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna drop it, and then all of a sudden, when the fall, winter come back, I'm gonna gain it. That's just how it go. But I'm gonna try my best to be consistent with what I do. I've been consistent for the last month, so you know what I mean. It's been working pretty good. You know, I feel better in the morning and stuff. I just got to get that wrist stronger, but. You know what I'm saying?
You still got issues with your wrist?
Yeah, it's just weak because, you know, when I first messed it up a couple of years back, I never had the therapy. Like, I was supposed to get physical therapy, and I never did. So, You know what I mean? Because you know how expensive that is. So I just said, I'll just, you know what I'm saying, like punch people in the face to,
loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah, I know, right? So other than that, I mean, they have a softball team at the 9 to 5, but I'm not down really. I suck. I don't play baseball like that. Big shout out to Mark, because you already know he's gonna talk crap because I can't find my black glove. Remember? I would be able to know where it is, and I would hide it behind a box because I ain't want to play. So I am I'm telling, they were clowning me because I think we should have a kickball team. Yo,
I mean, hey,
you be running still.
yeah, no, that's it's a workout either way.
There's options: kickball, basketball, which that's all down, but there's like 5 of us that will play, or flag football, or dodgeball. Dodgeball's probably out.
Nah, you know what y'all should do? Y'all should have a laser tag team.
Right? Yo, remember when we did that joint? Or even
man.
paintball, yo, that joint was a paintball I've never done. Well, seriously, I only, watch Peter, shoot Jeremy.
Focus underestimated, the level of physical activity. He went in there, he said he shot like 2 people and was out of breath. He was
are you talking about when we, for the birthdays?
Yeah.
Yo, Focus, shout out to Focus, by the way. You already know he does all the great graphic work. You know what I mean? He's doing this, the logos. He did actually our banner on the website, and he's doing stuff for Josiah, so check him out. But yo, Focus, he was so out of breath, he did the tongue like, and I was like, I was like, and maybe I was so drunk that I wasn't, because I was like running the whole time in boots, and maybe that, and I've been doing the cardio, so maybe that's the reason.
No. Period, man. Regardless, man. I mean, that laser tag. I mean, they tell you not to run. But that's the first thing you're gonna do is start running.
Oh, they told us not to run?
Yeah, I was running all through that thing.
Yo,
man.
maybe again I was just not listening, but
maybe not even laser tag. This might be a little more pricey because you got to get gear and stuff like that. But paintball, exactly,
yes,
man.
Yes,
I did that once, yo, for Frank's
the wedding.
For the bachelor party. Well, I mean not party, but like the equivalent of a bachelor party, man. We went, we did the whole paintball thing, man, and that's a workout.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, my thing is this, is now that it's warm, now that my kids are older, we can actually go out and do things. Like, I really want to start get a bike and start riding, because some of the dudes that I work with, they actually ride. Now, they do it official. Like, I'm talking 11, 12 miles. I don't know if I'm down with that right now. I'm talking about, they're talking about using the WOD trail, which I don't know if you familiar with that trail. They run it, people, but he's trying to go from D.C. all the way past freaking like Arlington, like pretty much to the west. So that will be coming towards here and stuff. I'm like, you are nuts.
So wait, doing what now? Riding
a bike on the trail. Because that's what you do on there. They jog, they run, ride. But my thing is, I'm going to start off slow. Like really, like there's a trail by Mount Vernon Estate, like right there. Remember where me and Sean used to live down there, where she is like, if you go, instead of going, like, I'll have to show you, but basically it's a trail by that leads like I think it goes into DC and Maryland if you really ride, but you can ride a decent amount, like 4 miles up, 4 miles back, just to get started. But I know that would be mad cardio, just getting out and doing fun things, because it's boring going to the gym and lifting is cool, but to do cardio at the gym for me, it gets boring. You know what I mean? Like, it's like redundant. Yeah. But if we get out there and you're running, playing ball, doing something like that, you run for like an hour. Like I remember when you was balling not too long ago, and when we was on the team, we would run for like, at least on pickup games, have like maybe 4 or 5 games, maybe 4 consistently, have 4 games. Yo, that's up and down. Yeah, and you don't even realize.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get back in. But we'll have them on, because nutrition obviously is a big part of when you're trying to get in shape or, get chiseled or whatever.
Absolutely.
But, yo, what we're going to do is we're going to go into some songs, and then we're going to come back and we are going to talk about something that was on my mind. You're listening to What the Fuego
on Fuego Beach Radio.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe they said we wouldn't make it, but look how far we come.
They said to stop a while ago, but look at what we've done.
There's been ups and there's been downs. We bounce back and come around. Take those words and throw them back. Stay focused and just relax. It seems that all roads lead here. It seems that all 'cause I already know 'em.
I'd rather focus on my strength and work out a show.
Fought hard to stand where I stay and look deep to love who I am. And it's opened the doors I thought I'd never know. There's been ups and there's been downs. We bounce back and come around and take those words and throw them back. Stay focused and just relax. It seems that all roads lead here. It seems that all roads lead here. Hey, 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 hey. All these roads that I've always known have led me here where I belong. Dreams all around the bend, I'm dreaming. Right around the bend, I'm dreaming. Dreams all around the bend, I'm dreaming. Right around the bend, I'm dreaming. Dreams all around the bend, I'm dreaming. Right around the bend, I'm dreaming. Dreams all around the bend, I'm dreaming. Right around the bend, I'm dreaming. Oh, there's been downs, so we bounce back and come around and take those words and throw them back. Stay focused and just relax. There's been ups and there's been downs. We bounce back and come around and take those words and throw them back. Stay focused and just relax. It seems that all roads. It seems that all roads. It seems that all roads lead.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics, including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to What the Fuego Artist Highlight Show. And this is your host, Fuego.
And this is your host, Egypt.
And one of my headphones is not working. Say, talk.
Yo, what's good?
That's what's up. So, yo, I'm telling y'all that we were just talking about some stuff. We were mentioning the fact that what you were saying about he was talking about Steve Harvey in regards to a Catholic church. So I wanted to talk about my experience in multiple Catholic church, but the one that sticks out is the one when I went with my wife, and I, of course, got in trouble. And you know the room, Egypt, that you have to go into when you're a kid and get in trouble? So you can hear everything, but nobody can hear you?
Oh, yeah.
So I got sent to that.
This
First,
guy's still on the same stuff, man.
Wait, I'm saying, okay, this wasn't my fault. The first part of why I got in trouble was because when we went to pray, I said, Yvonne, you're pregnant. Don't drink that wine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm on it. I said, I don't care. So we are, back and forth on that. So then when they went to, I'm tall. So when they went to pray, you have to like get on your knees, and it's a tight spot. So everything, I sat down and was like, boom. So everybody looked back at me, and I just looked down. But then, I'll talk about this part first. The dude he was a priest that was giving the what was it? I don't want to say sermon, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right, the guy that was preaching.
Preaching, yeah. So he's from Pakistan, and he's speaking Latin. Now, how does those two even rock together? You don't even know I didn't know what he was saying in English, for that matter.
Hey, look, I've been in that same situation, Fuego. Same, no, same. I mean, it's pretty much the same situation. Okay,
Yes.
look for those of you that don't know, all right, I'm Coptic, right? That Coptic is is basically for layman people, it's Christians that come from Egypt, right?
Yeah.
So my sister and I went to this retreat years and years ago, and one of the priests was from St. Thomas, and we all know
Oh
that
wow. Yeah.
yeah, they have that Caribbean accent, right? And when you preach, they preach in like the old Coptic language, which is like a combination
See.
of like the ancient Egyptian, not ancient Egypt, but the old Egyptian language and Greek, right? So imagine that a dude from St. Thomas, preaching in that language.
Yes. And so, I mean, of course, if I would have went with you, it would have been I would have gotten in trouble and been in that room again.
Yeah.
That's
So I don't mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
no, that's fine. But so when I went in there, so that's it. Obviously it's like 104 hours when you're sitting in the Catholic Church, and then it's not like I'm used to churches like that, like real. I hate to say it, it's no God knows I'm not trying to be malicious or mean, but it's dry. This is not a Pentecostal or one of the churches that they singing and dancing and what I mean. It was nothing like that. I mean, they sing, but I'm talking about real crazy, like with a beat, guy on the drum. No, nothing like that. So they was in Latin and they was like hum num say why hi and all that, and I was like, all righty then. And I got the dirtiest look from an old lady, a dude, and then this little boy turned around. I swear he said, "Shut the fuck up." Yo, I promise he said that.
I'm saying you're a grown man, Fuego, in a church talking about all righty then.
Yo,
really?
but you know what? I didn't realize it came out that loud though. And
Of course,
she was pissed off. And I was like, yo, because she's usually goofy and we laugh, but yo, that's the only thing I was, how I am. That's all. Y'all know I'm gonna be a clown anywhere we go. I was at my grandfather's funeral and Dijani was acting stupid. Big shout out to my cousin Dijani. This dude was acting stupid and we was real. I was like 16, so I can't, how old is 20? He's 10 years younger than me, so he was like 6, 7. So I'm acting stupid with a 6-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And this dude on the grave was named, oh my God, what was his name now? It was something funny as hell, like Clip or something, some crazy name like that. So I was clowning. I got sent again. So I'm always sent to the back room anywhere we go. That's what's up.
I'm surprised you didn't get sent to the back room when Jesse and Frank got married.
Oh no, because I was embarrassed, yo. Why am I the only dude?
This dude, look, I was up in the front and I'm looking for Fuego, man, because Fuego and his wife came to my sister's wedding. Wow. And I'm looking around. I spot them way in the back. I'm like, yo, there's like a million rows between you and the rest of the people here.
But you're not ready for why. You do not remember. One reason was because these dudes, I think it was a Bentley or something, a Rolls Royce, something like that. They roll up.
Yeah.
I roll up and walking in with the bride and groom. Now, how embarrassing is that?
Wait, say that again?
I rolled up and they were getting out the car, getting ready to walk in. So I ran in there because I was mad embarrassing. Then, oh yeah, because you didn't come out yet. But they were about to, they were right there. I seen them get out the joint. And I know Frank was like, who the hell is it? Oh, that must be dude. Because I know he was like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know who this dude is. So I'm there with an extra tight purple shirt on that my wife picked out, which wasn't good, and extra tight pants. So I looked like a clown for one.
It was straight.
That joint was tight. Then I sit on the wrong side. So of course everybody thought I was Dominican, and that's why it was like, oh, this Frank side, like they probably with him. Nobody knew. And I'm sitting there and they turn around like, who's it? We didn't invite this fool on our side. That's why I was all the way in the back, because I sat on your side. I said, that's wrong. And I said, no, yo, that's Mina. Because Mina
you
left
couldn't
me.
Look in the front, see my parents and my grandmother.
I didn't see them at first, yo. I truly didn't see them. And then Mina left because I was like, Mina, hold on, I'm about to take a shower. And he just bounced. Him and with Marcus, right? Yeah, Marcus.
Yeah.
They bounced. How I forgot that dude's name. They just bounced. But you know what? They were already, and I knew they was gonna bounce because I just came, had basketball shorts on, a dirty T-shirt, and Mina and Marcus said, "That's how you going to the wedding, yo." I was like, nah. He was like, you better hurry up.
That's right. I forgot y'all was staying in the same hotel.
Yes.
Okay, I forgot about that.
And didn't even know.
Yo, was that by coincidence or did you planned it out, right?
Nah, I don't. Was it? Yeah. He told you that where you was going. I think you told me, and then I looked it up. I think that's what happened. I want to say that's what happened. It wasn't by coincidence, but it was a great location. Yo, the spot was cool. I mean, I thought it was going to be like a hood type, because it's a, not really a spectacular hotel or nothing like that. But it was real good location. They got a free shuttle there. Look at me giving a plug for them.
I know.
I ain't gonna say the name of them.
And we completely went way off topic.
But let's go back then. The church thing, I know. But the church, yo, I'm telling you, I'm always like a clown wherever we go. That's just how I roll. Let me stop.
Alrighty then. Every time, look, from now on, every time we step into a church, I'm gonna look at you and you're gonna know exactly. I'm gonna say alrighty then, and you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, I will. Not only that, man. Like everywhere I go, like if you're talking about clowns, you know what I mean. I like to have fun. I don't care where we are. I'm laughing. Like when the dude, I mentioned this on every show now, when the dude slipped on the ice in front of the store with his hands in his pocket and fell on his face. I had that's
why I always tell people, don't walk when it's snowing.
Don't walk cool. You can't walk cool.
Well, no, just don't walk with your hands in your pocket. That's the thing. You can still be cool.
You know why? Because he was trying to get it out. And he was like, "Fuck!" It was mad funny, yo. And this old man started laughing. This old white dude busted out laughing. So I had to laugh too, because he's an old dude with a business suit on. If he gonna laugh, I was like, yo, this is funny. So the dude was heated. And he had he thought he was cool walking with a leather jacket on and like he's hard. And then that happened. So I like that. I know that was real grimy.
So basically the point that Fuego was trying to make is he's a clown and he's a jokester,
and he's an asshole or a jerk, whatever you want to call me. Sometimes I mean I like the clown. That's just what I do, and that's what everybody knows. I'm starting to do it at work because I'm 6 years deeper over there, so I'm very, very much okay now with cracking jokes and doing different stuff like that. But y'all need to tell us, what is your favorite moment in a church? It could be for a wedding, a funeral. I know that's wrong, a funeral.
I know, right?
Or just on Sunday or whatever. Let us know what's your favorite, the funniest thing you've ever done.
Funniest thing.
Or seen. And I don't know about you either.
Oh, well, I mean, there's things that almost everyone has seen that's hilarious. Like, every time, or not every time, but there's been at least a few times in your life when you've gone to church, and you've seen someone get smacked up for being like Fuego, or somebody, something that's the main thing. Somebody getting smacked up in the middle of church for acting up. That's the main thing right there.
I'm gonna tell you, I seen that, and I seen this little boy pull this lady's wig off. That was mad funny. I was so embarrassed for her. He just pulled it off like it was nothing. I was like, why? He didn't even know her. That's why it was so funny. But let us know, man. Y'all gotta hit the website up. Comment directly on the What the Fuego Show page. You can hit us up on Facebook. Let us know that. And definitely it will be talked about on this show. So I'm going to go to more music, and we're going to come back again and get with y'all. You're listening to What the Fuego Artist Highlight Show
on Fuego Beach Radio.
Hundred miles of gunning, real niggas is dumping, fake niggas is fronting. We warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick could turn this motherfucker to a murder scene. 100 miles of gunning, real niggas is dumping, fake niggas is fronting. We warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick will turn this motherfucker to a murder scene. Murder, murder is service. The takeover's the verdict. The cash money's the profit. These whack rappers just stop it. I'm Jay Lennon at Rocket. I told y'all niggas, I'm swinging off that object. I warned y'all niggas, we coming. 100 miles of gunning. Looking at your lineup, y'all looking like y'all punting. I knew it. Watch me receive it as I take it to another level. Battle with the devil while pushing on this fucking pedal. Asking God for balance while gearing up for success. No co-signing for Khaled and know we are the best. It's not even a test. I'm putting haters to rest. They still playing checkers. I'm showing off my chest. Ain't nothing left to confess. I'm in the lab like Dex. Now watch me as I flex. I'm running out of my breath. Let it breathe for a second. Fuck rap, I'll overachieve in a second. Live life till I'm underground like music. Don't get mad, it's just me, get used to 100 miles of gunning, real niggas is dumping. Fake niggas is frontin', we warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick will turn this motherfucker to a murder scene. 100 miles of gunning, real niggas is dumping. Fake niggas is frontin', we warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick will turn this motherfucker to a murder scene.
100 miles and gunning, stacking money to the ceiling. Money making murder scheme, I'm about to make it killing. I'm a cheat. What I look like politicking with these pilgrims. Niggas act like bitches cause they always catching feelings. Now you feeling like a superhero, go ahead and talk shit. Superman today, tomorrow you'll be Clark Kent. Straight cats don't get the shit tangled. Gunslinging cowboys that make you levitate. Chris Angel, broke niggas always stunting like they on to something. Just to gain a little respect, you'll never get it frontin'. Rappers preach like they the future, I'm like Stevie Wonder. Yeah, I hear a lot of talk, but I ain't seeing nothing. I hear you singing to them fans cause they traumatized. Invite my need into the meeting, y'all can harmonize. Line talking about you a gangster, apologize. None of these rappers is hard, man, they sodomized. Must be the way I make it happen, make a nigga sap it. Shots fired in the booth, I'm going trigger happy.
100 miles of gunning, real niggas is dumping. Fake niggas is frontin', we warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick will turn this motherfucker to a murder scene. 100 miles of gunning, real niggas is dumping. Fake niggas is frontin', we warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick will turn this motherfucker to a murder scene. Say hello, now that's how it's supposed to go. Niggas need to praise me like I won the honor roll. Salute to the real, but these fakes all camel toe. Bitchin' from afar, but your side got the antidote. Going in Hannibal, standing on the pedestal. Yelling fuck y'all, I'ma do what I gotta do. Switching up my pace, I'm so ahead of my race. They can't see me like Ray, but all I see me is paid, so I don't give a damn. As long family okay, with a couple $1 million, a nice house on the lake. Now tell them I'm on the way, coming off the dome. They say I'm in the way, I say I'm at home. I'm so used to that hating, that's just Satan waiting, waiting to lose my patience. I'd rather go on vacation, kicking it on the island, listen to beats and rhyming, Corona line and I'm dining with JS and now I'm styling with shades feeling like Tyler Creator, working my way up. It's nothing but a push up. Now this is my shit, I raise up. 100 miles gunning, real niggas is dumping. Fake niggas is frontin', we warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick will turn this motherfucker to a murder scene. 100 miles of gunning, real niggas is dumping. Fake niggas is frontin', we warned y'all, we coming. Say hello to the Fuego team. One prick will turn this motherfucker to a murder scene.
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
Yo, what's going on? We are back on What the Fuego Artist Highlights on Fuego Beats Radio. I am your host, Egypt, and I'm on the line with host Fuego.
Yes.
And we are talking about several topics today. Yeah. One of which we're about to get into. My man Fuego brought something to my attention earlier this week. And I'm going to let him, introduce this, this scenario to all you guys.
Okay, the thing is, I was talking to my boy Mark, and Mark put me on in the late 90s, early 2000s with punk rock. And some of the stuff I really like, you know what I mean? I really like the group No Effects, So he reminded me the other night about the track that they had created that was 18 minutes long. So he posted something on his Facebook, and I was like, "What is this?" And then he hit me up, and he basically was telling me that No Effects was, a little history behind them. They were really not trying to be mainstream at all. They didn't want nothing to do with it. Their lyrics are very, anti. Of course, when I say anti-gay, I mean they're against people being prejudiced against gay people. They were against drugs, the government, politics.
So they were pro-gay.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
pro. I know.
He said they were anti-gay.
I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, everybody. But pro-gay, and they were basically they were not trying to. They were trying to stay true to themselves as far as like underground. They didn't want anything to do with the like having interviews. They've had rare interviews because they didn't want just you to commercial to become commercial like that, because they felt that basically like a lot of independent people feel like it's going to become watered down their stuff. So pretty much they came to them, I guess from what I understand from what Mark was telling me is that one of the labels that they were dealing with, affiliating with, one of the representatives or whatever came to them and was like, "Hey, you need to make something industry worthy that could be played on the radio." So they said, "Okay, we'll do that." And they made something for this 18-minute track and said, "Put that on the radio." So almost like indirectly like a FU. Now, from what I'm reading, they made it. It was a reason why they made it, and that was part of, I guess, the reasoning. I know many people will have their scenarios, but that's what I hear. So that made me think of, well, I like that. You know what I mean? I always say that it all depends on what you want to do. But I like that because since 83, the year I was born, these dudes have been the same way. They have not changed for anybody. You know what I mean? They're very popular as far as in their, who they target. They're popular. Everybody knows No Effects. But they basically, was like a big FU. So I wanted to see what you guys in Egypt, what you guys think about that, what they did. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm making this 18-minute long track. And play that on the radio since you want me to make something. Play this on the radio, like a big FU kind of thing. So how do you feel about all of that? You know what I mean? Like, as far as, do you think they went over the top or?
Well,
what?
I mean, okay, so you made an 18-minute long song and you told the record label to, here, play that. So my question is, okay, how did that benefit you?
Well, in my opinion, I wish we can. I was actually trying to get an interview with them, so basically they could come on and explain that. You know what I mean? Explain everything, because as I said, when you read online, you have different scenarios of what really happened. You can't really know unless you hear it from the lion's mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
The beneficial, what I've seen it is that everybody that, how we always trying to stick to true music, and me and Egypt are very much into the, in the hip hop, but all music we're into. You know what I mean? We're personally into hip hop. We got people in the group that's into rock a lot, that's in the, Fuego Beats radio crew. So we have a diverse crew. But personally, for me, hip hop is what I've grown in, and I've went into other genres now. But I really get mad about the watered down stuff and I hate to say it, but the industry stuff that I'm hearing. I get really, annoyed. So to people like that and fans that, want you to stay true to you, they like, yo, that's cool, yo. Basically on some F the police type thing. You know what I mean? And I mentioned that to my wife with Ice-T. I mentioned that during that era of like 83, early 90s, all of that, it was almost like people like NWA. You don't realize, people right now do not realize that Ice-T, the reason you don't know him from music is because he did do a song called F the Police. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he felt.
Well, okay, look, if they were doing it to uphold an image and, stick it to the man, as they say, all that good stuff, that's all fine and dandy. But if you're talking about, like, these people, the record label came to them, on some business stuff. They say, hey, look, we see you guys doing yada, yada. You know what I mean? We like to play your stuff on the radio. If you're not cool with it, or if you don't like that watered down radio stuff, just be like, yo, no, we're not feeling it. We don't want to do it. But don't make an 18-minute long track and then be like, here, play this on the radio. Ha, ha, ha. It's like, okay, you look like a jackass. I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Speak your mind. Like, that's
you know what I mean?
we
like
here
that,
for.
Because when you told me about it at first earlier this week, I was kind of trying to do a million things at the same time, so I didn't quite understand what you.
Yeah.
But I kind of got the gist of it. And after I had time to sit down, when I got to work and sat down, I had time to think about it. I was like, it's kind of like you're a jackass. Like, really, you just did that? Did you really just do that? Did you go out of your way and make an 18-minute mix? Or I don't know what they did with it, but you made an 18-minute long track, okay, just despite someone else. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship this band had with the record label. Maybe the record label had it coming. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just taking it from how you described it to me.
And I'm taking it, like I said, if anybody knows a different scenario, or truly if we can hear from No Effects or a person that's truly close to No Effects, let us know. You know what I mean? I'm going off of a source that I had that told me this scenario that followed them since, late 80s. About the late 80s or so.
Yeah.
So I'm going from a source myself, but I'm like, my thing, it made me think that it is actually is cool because it's like, don't ask me to change who I am. I'm me, so you should let me. Why do I have to change it to
you
the
can't
image?
express yourself in 3 minutes and 32 seconds?
No, that's what I said. I think that there's more, and when you read about it, it's more. You know what I'm saying, to it than that, because again, what happens if I want to make a track for 18 minutes?
Well, then make a track for 18 minutes. Don't give it to the record label, though.
Why can't you play that for 18? Why is there a standard on how? And I'm just questions, because I always tell artists, hey, stick to whatever. But why is there standards on music? And that's the whole problem that I'm seeing with this, that there are these standards and rules that were put in place.
We got to be realistic about the situation here, okay? If you're going to play something on the radio, you're going to have to play something that's going to appeal to the masses. Okay,
exactly.
And no one's gonna sit there. The average person, right? Because we're talking about the general public here. When you're playing stuff on the radio, the average person is not gonna sit down for 18 minutes to listen to one song.
No. But that's all I'm trying to say is that, again, I'm not. If you're gonna sit for standards and do it for the masses, like we always talk about, cool. That's what's up. What I'm saying is that the question I have is, why has it come to that? Why do? Because you had to, and like I told you before, I feel like we all have been trained. Now, this was probably before we were thought of, way back. I mean, this could be freaking Beethoven days that it was like that. But there are symphonies that are more than 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That are really long that people sit there and listen to.
Yeah, but we're talking, okay,
no, but that's what I'm trying to say. So that's where, before all of this other genre of music came, that came from there. So what happened? It's just a question. Why did it switch from that? And you're right. The general public ain't listening. Their attention span is very limited.
Right. No, but
you know what I mean?
But the record label, from what you told me, the record label came to this band and said, make something that we can play on the radio. So obviously you can't play an 18-minute track on the radio, but if you want to make an 18-minute track and put it on your album, by all means do it.
But that's
what I mean?
The point that I'm saying. And I guess, and like I said, if it's true what the sources were saying, then they can. What am I trying to say? Sorry, I lost train of thought. But if you're making an 18-minute track, you know what I'm saying? Why can't I play that on the radio? Why is there standards that say I can't play that, or you can't play that on the radio for 18 minutes? That's what they were doing. It's pretty much like I mentioned the sweat from my balls from CB4 in that movie with Chris Rock. They told them the same thing. You have to, and this was like early 90s, before, the game started becoming.
For that matter, make a 30-minute track and play it on the radio.
That's what I'm saying. Why is music? I'm not saying I would like it and I would love it or anything like that. The question is just, why has it become that and it doesn't, like I said, that it's not the amount of minutes. It's almost like the principle where I'm coming from of, why can't we got hot artists that get turned down because they're not industry standard. Meaning they may not have, when I say what the masses like, because the masses like what they like nowadays. You take R&B. R&B is not, you come through different stages, obviously, but R&B is not R&B like it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hip-hop's not hip-hop. Rock's not rock. Music is not music no more. It's all about catchy gimmicks and all like that. So I think their purpose wasn't the amount of minutes that it was, the track was being played, but it was more of the fact of, why do I have to conform to all of these standards right here? Because when you say the minutes, let them cut it down to 3 minutes, but say what they want to say. The next step is now you can't say this because you have to do it for industry standards. So I don't think it's more of the minutes, but they was like, yo, we going to say what we want and we going to extend this joint just to be jerks. You know what I'm saying? Just to be jerks. And I feel where you're coming from,
Right. I mean, okay, if that was me, that would have been a waste of my time. I don't know how old these dudes were when this happened. I don't know if this was recent or back in the day. You said they've been around for a minute.
Well, yeah.
So maybe maybe they were young teenagers, on some rebellion kind of whatever, right? But I'm thinking of it in my perspective. Like if that were me, like come on, really? That I would have seen that even if I wasn't involved in that situation. I was from the outside looking in. I would have been like, yo, you just made yourself look like a pure dumbass by doing that. I'm sorry.
But see, and you know what? Let's go to some music real quick, and we're gonna come right back and talk about this more. Hey, yo, what up, everybody? You're listening to What the Fuego Artist Highlight Show on What the Fuego. I mean, on Fuego Beach Radio. I'm keeping it, too. I don't even care. Yo, we just so pissed off, amped, everything this show, man. Just, I
don't even know, son. Where do you want to begin? Because we just, during the break, we just discovered some dumb shit.
First,
so,
what I want to do.
You want to finish the thing?
I just want to finish this. Egypt asked, about the 18-man track by No Effects. The whole purpose, like they said that they would never do this again. They were saying the shit was a long process It was crazy. They had to master it like 4 times, but they're glad they did it.
Thank you. That's what I was saying earlier. Remember, I was like, I started to say mix, but then I was like, oh, I don't know exactly what they did. But still, for you to mix and master a 3 or 4 minute track, that's a grueling process alone right there.
Yeah.
So they went out of their way to do all that for an 18-minute song just to say F you to the record
like
label?
I said, the backstory is the F you. What they really say is they wanted to do something different. That's what they really said. But obviously, they had to get an idea of what. But that's the backstory is what we were talking about in the beginning. But it's just one of those things that if you're a fan of any genre, but definitely the punk rock era, and about what that was, an underground type thing, then you are like you're pretty much you're the rebel against everything that society wants you to be. So society doesn't want you to have tattoos on your face. You have a big Mike Tyson right on your face. The society doesn't want you to wear earrings or do anything like that. They want clones. That's what they want in terms of thinking the way I ain't gonna lie, like I think, because I think that way about a lot of things, that they do want clones. That's what society wants. Society wants you to make you think what's Kim Kardashian is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And make you think of, somebody that's like a mother of 5 that works 2 jobs ain't nothing.
Right.
So that's what they were trying to bring out. You know what I'm saying? But if any of you guys want to comment on that, if you feel like Egypt feels that what the hell did you do that for? Or you feel like a lot of other people feel like, that was what's up, let us know. Comment on the page. This will be up, of course, Fridays. That's the artist highlight show. And also, we're going to be highlighting Peggy Gordon, by the way. We ran the interview way back a couple of months ago, and Prophet ran that for us because I was sick. So Prophet did a great job with that. I did it again. That's not the show, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so pissed off.
I was going to say something, too, y'all. I was like,
I know, Egypt, man. I'm sorry. I did do the joint with Peggy Gordon. I'm sorry. So listen to it after the damn shit. All right.
Oh man.
But because we gonna get onto this MTV thing, man. What? First off.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead, man.
Now, see, initially, I came across this whole thing earlier this week when I sent Fuego like a bunch of links to post on the website. For news and updates. I saw how, MTV, I don't know if this is the first list or whatever. I'm looking at list 8 here. Okay, so I don't know. So anyway, so basically MTV is doing this list. It's called the hottest MCs list. Okay, I don't know how often they do it or how long they've been doing it, but the list I'm looking at now. Okay, that's all I care about right now is the list that I'm looking at now. Okay, now the name is called Hottest MCs. I don't care what comes after it. Okay, that's the name of the list. Hottest MCs. Now, this is who they have in order. 1 being the best or being the hottest, and 10 being the least hot. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all 10, but I'm gonna stop at a certain point, and Fuego and everyone else that's listening, that's a real hip hop head, is gonna know why I stopped at this point.
Yes,
okay?
Go.
All right, so hottest MCs, MTV. Number 1, Kendrick Lamar. Number 2, 2 Chainz. Number 3, Rick Ross. Number 4, Nas.
That's all you need to do. That's all you need to. Now, this is my thing. I really like what Kendrick Lamar, I like what he does. But I'm not seeing that's better than Nas. I'm sorry. But I'll leave him out. But 2 Chainz?
So anyway, any one of them. Look,
Titty Boy,
except Titty Boy, right?
Because check this out. Wait, this is pissing me off right now. Really, because they talk about. Don't forget this. Tell them about what the cat. Why? How did they come up with that?
Right now, when I read this, I was not as pissed off, but still, I was still pissed off. So I'm trying to read what the criteria is and what they base it off of, and how they even come up with this quote unquote hottest MCs list. So the criteria that they use includes sales, buzz, and lyrics. Now, on the sales and buzz, okay, yeah, Nas, he hasn't been selling much. And lately, aside from the album that he put out recently, which he was, nominated for a Grammy on one of the tracks, by the way. Mm-hmm. But anyway, aside from that, he doesn't really have buzz. Have buzz. But lyrics, son, 2 Chainz. This is all I gotta say. All I want for my birthday is a big booty girl.
Yes.
What the hell is a girl?
Is Trinidad James up there at number 5? I mean, seriously, like
let me
just go to number 6 maybe.
Okay. So, like I said, number 4 Nas, number 5 Drake, number 6 Big Sean. Okay, I'll go through the whole list. Number 7 Kanye West, number 8 ASAP Rocky, number 9 Future, and number 10 Meek Mill. Okay. Now, whatever, from 5 to 10, that's debatable.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I'm not gonna go on there.
But you know what though? I think they would have done Nas more justice if they didn't even put him on the list, yo.
Let me ask a question. Why isn't Jay-Z up there in the top 10?
I don't know. But see, that's the thing. That it says hottest MCs 8 list. I don't know what this means. It's the 8th list that came out.
8 in 8 years? I don't know what they're saying. I mean,
it says hottest MCs, and then it's like the Roman number 8.
I don't even care if you're saying, page 8. I mean, what do you? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. It doesn't matter.
All I'm saying is that you got these 3 dudes before 4 dudes. Let me stop. 3 dudes because Nas is 5. 4, right?
4.
Before Nas. Now put this in perspective, everybody. They talking about buzz. It took 2 Chainz twice to come out as Titty Boy and as 2 Chainz. Nas came out 1 time and had a buzz. It took you 2 times, 2 different people, for you to have a buzz. That cancels you out right there. Easily. Boom, you're done. You're out. You know what I mean? Also, you remember Egypt. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real about it. Yo, you know how we used to dress. You know how I used to dress. Nas made people become him. Yeah. There's only a few little clown-ass dudes running around as the rest of them cats. But this dude changed people. South, north, east. Yo, I'm telling you, who's going to have a fight when you say that 2 Chainz is better than Big Sean? Who's going to fight? They would fight you back in the day because you say Nas ain't better than Jay, or you say Jay is better than Nas. And you're going to tell me what? That's what I'm saying. And I know this joint
I'm heated because when I first saw like I said, I sent Fuego the link earlier this week talking about how MTV put out a list, but I was like, oh, here we go, yet another list of who's the hottest. You know what I mean? But when I actually took the time to see who was on their list, you know what I mean? That's when I was, I was heated. I'm still pretty upset and disappointed. You know what I mean? MTV, like, what the hell?
This goes in conjunction of what we were talking about no effects. The reason why I understand where they were coming from, and the reason why if you are underground Indian, you know your stuff is hot. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're doing is good. The biggest reason that most of these cats aren't out there is because you don't have, I'm being real, you're not stupid. And you want to identify, you want to promote or push it to a demographic that I'm trying to be nice when I say this, but isn't dumb. That's what I'm sorry, all y'all that think get mad at Fuego. I'm saying it. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Like that's the situation. That's the reason why y'all rocking with 2 Chainz is because you don't want to think. You want to hear a catchy ass a beat, a catchy ass
son, the beat's not even catchy.
The
beat is not even catchy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
if I hear one more 2 Chainz record, that's all it is a freaking 808, yo.
Yes.
All they do is they just pound the shit out of that 808, and that's it. And then they add a sample in the background. That's not catchy. I heard that shit a million times.
That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
like a sailor right now. Excuse me, people that's listening.
No, is that mad? I mean, I think anybody would understand. It's to the point that that's very, very annoying, and that's what I'm saying about. We talked about it every show, and they're gonna get tired of me saying it, but I'm trying to say, just make your good quality music. You know what I mean? Find if you truly want to do. I mean, just continue to do what you do. Now, what you have to know, like we always say on this show and offline, yes, you have to conform to a certain degree. So definitely make those club bangers. But when you make a club banger, stay true to your lyrics. Stay true to who you are. It's the producer's job to make that into a club banger. You can spit, but you can still have quality stuff when you spit. Real talk, as much as people talk about this dude, 50. In the club joint, he was spitting. It had a catchy beat. It was for the club, whatever. Biggie had his songs. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Even Uchiwali. They was just spitting. They were spitting, but nobody had the ignorant, dumb stuff. Yeah, they were talking about, females, maybe saying not, maybe talking them in a different light or whatever like that wasn't maybe politically correct. But my point is that stick to who you are. It's just like when you doing on the track, everything's a competition, I know. When you're on the track and you're on the track with Justin Timberlake, that's a pop star. / R&B, whatever you want to say. You don't become him. He doesn't become you. The whole purpose of bridging the gap, basically, is so you can do you, he can do him. His crowd hears you, your crowd hears him, and then that's what it is. You bring two together. You don't become that man. Do what you do. That's all I'm saying. That's what I respect. That's why I rock with the people you hear on this show. This is the reason why. We rock with that, because they stay true to who they are. That's all I'm saying to y'all coming up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yo, we gonna go to some music and we gonna come back. Some music. Real music.
Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado. Okay, we formulated a plan on how to storm a nation. Now it's showtime like Californication. We ball like clay on competition, now they sorta aching. Murk rap blatant, and now I work the grave shit. I was in the basement, in minutes my grind's timely. Knowledge turned to dollars, I was spending my time wisely. Man, I tick like I'm about to explode, and all they do is talk. Let's go. They don't call me anxious cause I stress, then I rest. It's cause I hustle with the best of the best of the best. A is for ambition, N is for annihilation, X is for exhilaration, I is for I am the greatest, O is for the standing ovations you give to me, and you symbolize the best fans in history. S is for superhero, S is for superstar, S is for psychopath skits going stupid hard, S is for sexy ass, pretty ass young lady, and one more S, that's for that money, baby. I'm back up in it like I swore to God I would be back, and thank you God for being so good to me. Yeah. By more than friends and family, I'm the dude favored. Anxious is a beast, that was in the newspaper. A true crusader blazing your stage. Jumped up and down first time I heard my song playing on the radio wave. And now it's practically on regular rotation. And people still wonder why I'm so anxious. I gotta get it, gotta have it. I could feel it in my flesh, in my blood, in my bones. I'm an addict. My goal is elaborate and my role is emphatic. Take my life, but you will never have my soul in a casket. It's limitless, infinite, the heavyweight title rapper. And all my homies got my back like a chiropractor. Honest as a Bible chapter, letting everyone know I've been repping Denver since the Kimbe Mutombo. I'm on bass, batter, and every track's a grand slam hit. Andres Galarraga, if you got the rap keys and lock them from me, I'll take a bat and be Jack Key Robinson. Believe it'll show you who the hottest is. That's why the girls around me look like goddesses. Been falling for deception, icons in they rhymes. Now they finally meet an optimist, and I'm always in my prime. I pause to smell the roses, but I don't normally stop, cause I'm always on my grind like Tony Hawk. My life was headed down in a steep way, but then I made the tables turn like a DJ. Now I'm headed straight up above the scrapers. Got more than one bro in CO who bucks the Raiders. Denver, Colorado. 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 Let me get a minute to get it, it's been again and again, and I've been winning and it's only the beginning. Hit 'em up, I've been getting paid slaying through the ceiling. Get 'em up, minutes anxious, baby, in the building. Plus I got a lot of diligence, and I'm brilliant. Jackson. And I'm all up in the game, and I will be up in the Hall of Fame. Quicker than a lot of names, I'm slicker than a pot, I'm playing sicker than a lot of man. Ripping from the bottom, hanging, get up to the top, I'm saying represent the block, I'm staying on. And they stupid for cloning the real diamond. I'm shining, that's just a cubic zirconia. And that's why we win greatly, cause they got the game backwards like EMAG. EHT, and I'm self-made. I'm getting W's with John. You gon' have to take the L way. Denver, Colorado. 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 Ain't shit.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? You are listening to What the Fuego Artist Highlights on Fuego Beats Radio. I'm your host, Egypt. I'm on the line with Fuego.
Yo.
And we had to calm down a little bit, man. We were getting kind of heated in the previous segment, and I think we were justified. But you know what I mean? We were going over this hottest MCs list that MTV put out. You know, and I expressed my I guess my dissatisfaction with it. And let me say this, man. I really don't like labeling something as good music versus bad music because look, you know, music is music. You know, there's people that's gonna like it, there's people that's not gonna like it. You know what I mean? So I try not to really, you know, say something is bad music because it really, you know, I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say there's really no such thing as bad music. There's just music that you really don't like.
Exactly.
Okay. And I'm just, you know, I don't care what the criteria is that MTV used to make this list. They say it's on sales and buzz. Fine. I don't care, though. If you're going to name the list hottest MCs, you just cannot, okay, you cannot put 2 Chainz before Nas. I'm sorry. You just cannot do it. I don't care what the criteria is, right? You just cannot do it, man. And I said earlier in the segment, I think they would have, you know, done Nas more justice had they just excluded him from the list altogether, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, do you even know what it? I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it, Fuego.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this though. As far as like when you said music, and I'm the biggest person to tell you that music is music. It doesn't matter what you do. You can I'm talking about you could just do a bunch of piano crazy stuff and you can label it as music. But once you put that and know, like I said, the what hip hop in terms of hip hop only, and I said hip hop. You didn't hear me? I was like, I was from but she see hip hop she. But anyway, you know this is brown sugar and all that. But anyway, hip hop. That just because it's music and you could label it as music doesn't mean it's labeled as hip hop or if you're talking about lyrics. When we talk about, we're not putting the money, and this is what I hate to keep saying this because I'm annoying y'all and I know it, but yo, to put money in the equation of any music, period, is why this is going down. When this became a lucrative business is when it started going downhill. When they said, yo, you know what? You don't have to really sell drugs in the street no more and do hip hop. You could just do hip hop because it's pop culture. It's now that's what it is. It's really, really popular around the world. So when you put money involved in that, that's when I believe and I see it for myself that's when it happened. When you make music just to make music, that's why you come up. You have guys that are just totally talented that may be labeled like Nas. You know what I mean? Nas tried to do the commercial stuff and does the commercial stuff, and it to me, you know, it's decent. It's not the greatest. It's probably not what I like personally because I like that, you know, raw gutter, you know, because I can understand where he's coming from. Now, as I said before, what people do when they come into this industry now is that they look at, okay, like I said, Soulja Boy and the rest of them, made money. So how can I make money off of this? Well, the only way to truly make money right now is to do what, I'm sorry, but I label as the BS and the trash.
Yeah.
That is what it is. So when you make quality, quality is not looked upon with the casual listener, I should say.
Right.
And
it starts being more entertainment than music. Now we know that music is entertainment, but when I say it's becoming more entertainment than music, it's almost as if people are listening to it because it's entertaining. You know what I mean? It's not something that you can, really take seriously. For example, like all these stupid TV shows, that you see, they're entertaining. It's like, you get a good chuckle out of it. You know what I mean? But it's not something that you can really take seriously. Right?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And that's what I was saying about anything. You watch, classic movies, you talk about Juice, you talk about Training Day, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You look at it, and then you look at where some of these guys came from, like you talk about the Omar Epps and all like that, or the Tupacs and everything. And back in the 90s, that's what it was. But we had to come to the reality that Omar's not going through that right at that point. Tupac's not going through that at that point. You know what I mean? But it's because it's a movie. It's acting. So I believe that music, and especially with hip hop, became, like I said, like an act. It became like that. At first, it was real. Like, dudes was really from the streets. You know what I mean? And I won't even say just the streets, but from not like, poverty. You don't have to be a drug dealer or a gangbanger, but, you came from poverty, you came up, whatever like that. Then that was flipped to be, glorified. You know what I'm saying? So now to be as ignorant as possible is what's up. Because the reason why Nas and all of them dudes, like even Cannabis, spit so intellectual is because they read. It's the term when they say, brother, I reads. You know what I'm saying? Like they read. You know what I'm saying? So now what you got is you had intelligent dudes that weren't really came from intelligent families and everything. You almost had to flip now. So they were trying to strive to be intelligent and put that message out of you can come from the hood, but you can always make yourself better. Now it's the opposite. Is you can come from a nice upper middle class, but you can always be a dumbass. That's what you're saying. You can always be stupid. You know what I mean? Like they sending a different message now. It's the opposite of everything that was fought for. Every time they broke freaking NWA CDs and threw freaking Eminem and stomped on that, they fought for that. And now you're regressing. And all of the old people that are old now, that was 42 in, late 80s and early 90s that are like freaking, 60-something now, they're like, this is what I was talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And that's what I'm mad about, because of that. And I'm 30 years old. I'm, not that old, but I'm older than a lot of the, of course, 15 and 16-year-olds and everything. But you know what? The good part about it is that I do talk to a lot of young people that aren't down with that. My nephew's one of them. Keishan does not get down with that nonsense. He might joke about it or whatever, but he's like, yo, everything is garbage now. And I'm like, but to everybody, I'm not going to say is garbage like, I refuse to listen to what you got or whatever, but I do cringe sometimes when if you give me a CD in public and I'm looking at your outfit or looking at how you talk, I get nervous. Like, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is now, and I don't do that a lot, but what's happening is that now because of these ignorant dudes and these 2 Chainz, now you guys that might have quality stuff because you think you need to put on this image of how they look and stuff, that's making me think you like them. You know what I mean? But I will always listen to anybody's stuff because that's what I do. You can't judge a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. But, yo, I'm just saying, like Egypt said, yo, you cannot leave. You could just leave Nas off the list. Just do that.
Yeah, just leave him off the list altogether, man. Don't even, you're discrediting the guy, man. And again, Fuego's talking about the younger generation. the 15, 16-year-olds that, when Nas first came out, they weren't even born yet. So when they see this list and they see that Nas is at number 4, then they take it at face value. That's all they know. Oh, Nas is at number 4. And we all know Nas is, hasn't been in the, in the media, or he hasn't had a buzz in a while, right? So when you do this, the younger people are looking at it and thinking that, okay, that's what it is, 2 Chainz, or let's not even, let's not pick on 2 Chainz, but even Rick Ross, because Rick Ross was number 3, it was before Nas, right? Rick Ross is better than Nas. Kendrick Lamar is better than. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, because I kind of like his stuff. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yo, I'm laughing. I'm just tripping, man. I'm like, I just can't believe it.
But yeah, man, I don't know, yo. It's madness. Yo, I kind of get the impression MTV did this because they knew that people would be like, what? 2 Chainz? What? At number 2? Or maybe they just put him at number 2 because he's 2 Chainz.
But that's what I'm saying, because I'm telling you, if you did a percentage, what they're doing, and I'll go out there. I'm so sure that this is what they did. Yes, that's the 3 categories, but you know what? It's at 45 and 45, and the rest of the percentage is the lyrics. Right. I feel like it's like that. I feel like it's that one-sided, and it might be even. It's got to be buzz, got to be even more than sales. But buzz and sales go along. You got a buzz, you got sales. You know what I mean? That's right. What's gonna happen. So that's I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, like this is what I always stress, and I know like everybody's like, yo, every show they just going on people, but this came up. You know what I mean? And it really bothered us because we know what's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get an MTV rep or somebody that knows why the hell they did that one day on the show. But yeah, man, we're gonna go to some more music, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have a subject, but then we're gonna wrap it up. So you're listening to What the Fuego Artist Highlight Show
on Fuego Beats Radio.
Flip a coin, it lands on me. I take perfect heat of hands. Steadies the path to her pillow and her bed. I'll push past the rest unsaid and prove promises in our shower. She's regrown her flower in an hour of need. Honey, now, can't you hear my heart humming now? We're strumming the strings of my Icarus wings. Flow flutter now. She's a star and I'm shooting. Cascade down her skin. Twinkle, twinkle, wink, and I am in. With a swing, soft and smooth, seconds at my heels. The crowd goes nuts when I bring the glory home. Honey, now, can't you hear my heart humming now? We're strumming the strings of my Icarus wings. Flow flutter now. You've locked me down, hot hook and sinker, letting my flip a coin, it lands on me. I take perfect heat of heads, rush from the thorns of the rose bed.
Yo, what up, everybody? This is Fuego, and you're listening to What the Fuego Artist Highlight Show. We talked about a lot of things today. A lot of things that's going to make, kind of controversy. I know and I want it. Like, please tell me where I'm wrong.
I know, man, segment. Yo. People listening is like, yo, these dudes, Fuego in Egypt. Every time I listen to their show, they going in about how hip-hop has changed and blah, blah, blah. And we realize what we're doing because we're the ones doing it.
Because we went from church to this, so we done probably piss a lot of people off.
That's one diverse show. We went from church to an 18-minute track to this.
Exactly.
And now we're about to script again.
Exactly. What's up with Snoop changing his name? I definitely want to know about that.
Yeah, man. So I was watching TV the other day. I was watching Conan, right? I like the show. Don't judge me, all right?
He says it every show you're here. So we know he likes it. Let me stop. Go ahead.
So anyway, so Snoop was on the show, man. And I don't know if he already put out the album. I know it's done. I know the album is done. I don't know if he released it yet or he's about to release it, but it's a reggae type of album. So
all right.
So Snoop, he's putting out this reggae album, and he wants to be known as Snoop Lion. No longer Snoop Dogg, or I don't know, maybe just for this album. I don't know. I don't think he's officially changing his name from here on out. He's going to be known as Snoop Lion. But I think, I guess his stage name for now, or he wants to be referred to as Snoop Lion. Now, I knew where the Lion came from the get-go. When he said he wanted to do a reggae album, and then he said, that he's doing a reggae album, and that he's changing his name to Snoop Lion, I was like, okay, I get it. I understand the Lion part. You know what I mean? Some of y'all might not. Fuego, do you know why he's talking about?
I have an idea, but go ahead.
Okay, so we all know that I don't know much. I know a little bit. When it comes to reggae, there's a lot of Rastafarian, people that listen and make reggae music.
Yeah.
So, the Rastafarian religion is based off of the former Ethiopian king Haile Selassie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And the lion, the Lion of Judah or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? The Lion of Judah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's you see it a lot in the Ethiopian culture on the flags, and when you see people rocking the Ethiopian colors, you always see the Lion of Judah, as a logo or whatever. So when it comes to reggae, Rastafari, stuff like that, the Lion of Judah is prevalent. So I guess that's why he named Snoop Lion. You know what I mean? He didn't say this. This is what I gathered.
So that's what I'm saying. So he must be converting, Rastafari or something like that. I mean, he's doing that. I mean, it's crazy. It's what, and it's Snoop. So you don't get mad at stuff like that. He's a vet. He done been there in the game. He could do whatever. Like I said, he can have a song called "All I Want to Do Is Smoke Weed and Smack You" or something like that. And it's Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
And when say,
he could do whatever.
Right. When we say it's Snoop, that means he's already
established.
He's already established himself. He's already credible. You know what I mean? He put in the work. He put in the time, and he's already known to be, a vet, like Fuego says.
And
so
he's old. So that can be a little bit of maybe maybe the midlife crisis stuff happens a little earlier in the 40s, but dude is old now.
Yeah.
So,
but I like to put things in perspective. Here at Fuego Beach Radio, we're not one-sided. We're not just like closed-minded individuals. At the previous segment, you heard us go in about 2 Chainz and how, we just blew, just throwing mad shots at the guy. But, we're talking about Snoop Dogg and how he's, a vet and this and that. But when Snoop came out, when he first came out, I guarantee you there was a couple of dudes on the radio talking about the same thing. We're talking about how Snoop is garbage and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Maybe in 10 years' time, 15, 20 years' time, you know, there's going to be two other dudes.
But yo, I don't know if they really did that. Because when Snoop first came out with the short haircut, you know what I'm saying? With the Iron Boy, with Lil Bow Wow running in and out. Because that's what I hear, that was Bow Wow. That's, you know, his little man or whatever. And with deep cover and all that, dude went hard. Dude was rhyming. Dude,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't see how anyone in any generation can hate on that, man. Because that you when you go hard, you go in, you know. And that's exactly what he did.
The only questionable thing Snoop did was get with boys down with I'm talking about Master P and them. That was the only questionable thing that I didn't rock with him around that time. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
That's when, you know, Kells and them was like, yeah, Slap Daddy and shit. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man.
That's Snoop. I left you for a little while, man, when that happened. You know, but like I said, I mean, it's not excusing. It's still, the only difference is between, you know that he's being stupid. And that's just for a couple of songs. Like, I mean, real talk, it's just for a song. This dude didn't base his career off of stupidity and nonsense and
However,
nothing that has content.
At the same time, though, away from the music aspects, okay, there's this Rastafarian. I don't even know if Rastafarian is the right term. Is that even a word, or is it just Rastafari?
Well, they say Rastafari, and I've heard Rastafari, you know, all of that.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to call it Rastafari. So there's this Rastafari organization, or I don't know. I'm saying organization for lack of a better term. It's something more like a religious kind of deal. Anyway, it's this organization for lack of a better term. And they're mad at Snoop. They're really mad at him because they want him to take lion out of his name, the word lion out of his name, because they feel that he's not, like doing the things that are expected from a Rastafari. Like, there's certain things like that you got to do.
Yes.
If you're a Rastafari, you have to follow certain, beliefs or whatever.
The pork stuff, all of that stuff, like the same, like not like Muslims, but. They got a lot. Yeah,
they're mad. Serious. They're mad. They want him to drop it, and if not, they're talking about a lawsuit and all this stuff.
Check it though. Once again, we came back to it. We came back to that 18-minute track again. What is he doing? That's, I don't want to say, but I call it governmental religion, but anti. What's the religion when they I can't remember the word, but basically. Anti-religion type thing. You know what I mean? You're still sticking to not religion, not just regular U.S. government, nothing that was conservative even wanted the punk rock, the metal, the hip hop. So he once again came to his roots. Like, fuck what y'all say. I'ma do me. Still. He didn't conform to what they wanted him to do. And that's not why I don't like, I guess y'all can say we be hypocrites or I don't feel like we're contradicting or hypocrites on that when we talking about the previous segment, like Egypt said, like 2 Chainz and all that, because he did conform, because 2 Chainz as Titty Boy was not like this. So he conformed to this nonsense that is what when I say the government industry,
why would you name yourself Titty Boy? I know that came out of nowhere.
I don't. You like titties? I mean, that's what it is. But disturbing the peace, like
okay. Okay. I'm gonna let me stop. Let me stop because you like titties, so you're gonna call yourself Titty Boy. I'm sure you why. Like other parts of the female body, but you're not gonna call yourself blank. You know what I mean?
No, but that was catchy. That was something, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Just in general, I don't, I think Snoop is kind of weird for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. kind of weird for it. But you know what? I mean, that's Snoop.
You gotta reinvent yourself, man. If you're in the game as long as he's been in the game, you gotta reinvent yourself. And I haven't heard, I turned the TV off because he performed that on that show that night, and I turned it off. I had to hit the sack, man, before he actually performed. So I haven't heard any of the music from this album. So it might be, halfway decent. I can't imagine Snoop doing reggae, but who knows?
I can't imagine Lil Wayne doing country and.
Well, imagine Lil Wayne doing rock, which he did.
Yeah. I can imagine that.
And oh my God, everyone in the real, hardcore rock people that really, listen to, they slaughtered that guy, they just murdered him for that stuff, man.
Yep. I should have. Let me stop. But like always, we had a great show.
Yeah, man.
Gotta definitely let you guys know again. You need to log on to jsnlonline.com. Use the promo code Fuego Beats Radio. Get your 15% off, and do it ASAP. You know what I'm saying? And also got to give a shout out to Super 564, of course. Hit them up for the comic book, video games, sci-fi, horror movies, all that talk. You know what I mean? They have a great show. They have an artist highlight show themselves Friday. Check them out. Go to their website and check their artist of the week out. Up. And definitely tune in. Every Monday, the What the Fuego show. Every Friday, the What the Fuego artist highlight show, and on Sundays we have the Overtime Sports show. That right now is under construction, or I'll say revamping. So we'll be bringing you a new episode as soon as we are finished with that. Again, the people making the beats in the background, talking about Juan G, Egypt, Fuego, Jab Beats. You know how we do. Hit us up for the beats, definitely. And we're gonna run that Peggy Gordon, Fuego and Prophet interview because I almost did it again. So Egypt, you got anything?
Nah, man, you covered all bases, man. You gave all the shout outs. You covered all bases, man. So I'm good, man. I'll talk to y'all next week. Stay connected, like Fuego said. And that's it, man.
Yes, we will see you next week. So we're out. Hey, welcome back to Fuego Beats Radio. I'm Fuego here with Prophet. And we're on the line with special guest, Peggy Gordon. How you doing, Peggy?
I'm doing fantastic. Hi, everybody.
Okay, cool. So, Prophet actually linked up with Miss Gordon, and was there a sister?
Yeah, it was her sister. She works at the computer department at my job.
Oh, okay.
And I put a solicitation out to everybody about what we do and what we're trying to accomplish. And yeah, I guess she ran across it, and then she thought about her sister at the first thought. So that's when we traded emails back and forth, and she gave me her CD, and I listened to it. I was like, we got to have her sister on the show. So with that said, here she is. So
definitely.
What I wanted to ask you, Peggy, because your sound is very unique. I wanted to know what you classify your, as far as like genre, what did you classify your music as in that?
It was actually they put it in a category called alternative folk.
Oh. And that's what I figured. I just talked to my wife about that, because I had never heard of that genre until last year. I interviewed a local band, and they were alternative folk, and I said I have to, because I know what folk is. And I know usually alternative, how do you blend the two? But yeah, that is unique. You're the second person that I ever heard that actually said that. So
yeah,
go ahead.
Small category, I guess.
No, but it's great music. I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Because you have a band behind you, or?
Well, in the recording I do. Usually when I play on stage, I usually have one lead guy that comes in and does all my lead guitar for me. But yeah, the CD, we got full band, a whole bunch of really talented artists from around the Puget Sound area. Kim Archer and her guys, just some really fantastic musicians actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. I mean, it sounds like it, because at first I didn't want to jump to conclusions. That's why I'm glad Prophet brought that up about the genre. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I mean, it was fantastic, and you do your own writing and everything, or do you collaborate with others?
No, actually, I wrote all the songs, all the lyrics, and the music for it. And then, but when I'm in the studio, because I'm working with such great musicians, I pretty much give them free reign with arrangement, and they listen to it, and they play what they think should go in there, and I haven't been disappointed yet. It's all been fantastic.
Oh yeah, sounds good. So yeah, me and Prophet, I mean, we've been talking about you for what was a couple of months now.
Yeah, a couple of months. So I know we had this conversation before. We were just talking. How did you actually get started? Like you said, you weren't actually a singer at first. You were kind of like a songwriter or something like that.
Yeah. I actually started writing songs back when I was 22 years old, and as for performing, I never really thought about performing it, but I would play my songs, in small groups and stuff like that, and they were like, "Oh, you should play for more people. You should get out there." And finally, Kim Archer, who is a headliner out here in the Puget Sound area, kind of twisted my arm one night and said, "Look, you need to record some of this stuff and get it out there." So I did it.
Yeah, that's really really good. Sometimes you need that little twist of the arm to kind of go out, but I know you're not unhappy with it. I know from what I see, you've been quite successful.
Yeah, I'm selling lots of music. It's kind of overwhelming at times, actually.
Oh, really?
How much people like it. Yeah.
So do they? I mean, when you say overwhelming, do you mean just the like the fans, or the hard, the hours in the studio, or what? I guess what is overwhelming about it all?
Well, when I say overwhelming, I'm talking about the response.
Okay.
The experience. I mean, because it never crossed my mind to, my sister, who actually brought me to your attention, has been saying it for years and years and years, but to have other people in the business say, "Listen, you need to do something with this," and then have so many people buy CDs or ask where they can get them, and making sales online, it's just incredible.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, like you said, your family tells you stuff. You're like, okay, your family, but
yeah.
To hear it from an outside source, I mean, that's always a positive, and I could definitely understand that. And if I was around you, I'd have been told you too. You need to get out there and let's do this, because I mean, again, it's good music. Again, it's really strange these days that there's many artists that do this, but I know quite a few that do not write their own lyrics. You know what I mean? And for you to do it all, I mean, you can't really beat that package. You know what I mean? It's. I mean, I'm like kind of tongue tied. Like, wow, you actually write your own music. I mean, that's always great. You know what I mean? I mean, because it's from the heart. You know what I mean? You're not faking anything. It's kind of it's different when somebody else is writing your stuff, and you kind of got to learn what their mind is, how they came up with the concept. But I mean, when you do it, everything is like out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never really thought of myself as a package before, but thank you.
No, I mean, when I say that, I mean, that's a great thing. I mean, because it's like I said, you're getting somebody to, like, on your label, or to do some music with you. And I mean, you fit multiple categories. So it's like, I don't really need to go out there and get, 3 separate people, because you're all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a big compliment. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I mean, thank you, because it's all about good music with us here. I mean, of course. I mean, good music, as long as I mean, we thank all of you guys that are really into the music, that spend all this time in the studio and working at your craft, because there's a lot that really do not do that. And it's always good to see that there's people still out there working as hard as you do.
Well, thank you. You guys actually have a fantastic show. I've been listening to you for a while, and very eclectic sample of everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's actually a big compliment right there too. That's real big. Because I was trying to read up, and now let me ask you a quick question. So when you as far as performing, have you traveled like outside of Washington or off the West Coast?
Have I ever been outside of Washington?
Say that again?
Have I ever been outside of Washington?
No, I mean like for performances or tours or anything like that.
I've never done a tour. I have played outside the state. Usually, like when I go visit people, they'll take me out to a place where I can play, or I'll play for a group of people that they gather together. But as far as a tour, no, I've never really done that. But stop it, you're getting me excited. Quit it.
No, I was getting ready to say we need to get you on one. Prophet, we got to write that down.
Yeah, we got to make a mental. Yeah, we got to make a mental note, write it down.
Yeah, we got to get you on the East Coast. For real.
I would love to.
Our area, like where I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and I mean, it's big on like Fredericksburg, really big on the folk, and it's I think you would do really well if we could, bring you out here. I really do. I wish I would have known early, because it's this festival near me, and I know you could rock that crowd.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish I would have known. But I mean, anything we have, we'll definitely keep in touch and everything. What we're gonna do now is go to one of your songs, and we'll be right back.
An uncertain glance across a crowded room. The way that she smiles sends you to the moon. The world slowly stops as you say your first hello, and you dance without facing the music. You already know that it's better than being alone, so you try not to complicate what's going on. You're both old enough to be strong, and there ain't no danger loving a stranger. Each tender kiss, she steals your breath away, and you think you should tell her to go, but you know she's gonna stay. Tremble and shine as you lie beneath her hands, crying out in your fear and your ecstasy. It's too late to make a sound, but it's better than being alone. Here in the dark, trying to feel your way home, whispering nothing is wrong, 'cause there ain't no danger in loving a stranger. Drifted away. How could you blame it? Never knowing the right words to say. Just a glimmer in this game that you play. Sun flies away through your window frame as she rises to put on clothes. You feel the quiet strain. She gives you that smile as you watch her close. You break down on your pillow and swear to God, I can't do this anymore. But it's better than being alone. Every piece that you give away cuts to the bone. A heart with no place to belong is always in danger. Loving a stranger.
Hey, welcome back to Fuego Beats Radio. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter at Fuego Beats Radio. Also like our fan page on Facebook at Fuego Beats Radio. We have in the building tonight alternative folk singer, songwriter, composer, Peggy Gordon. And what I wanted to get down to was Gone to Montreal. The CD is just like phenomenal. And what I wanted to ask you, like, what was the basis or the basics of the CD? Like,
Well, I tell you, I was in the Navy for 20 years, and I was actually stationed overseas in the Middle East at the time that I wrote most of those songs. And that one particular song was based on a gal I met who was from Montreal and had been. She was a musician, because you gotta love musicians. But they were a traveling band, and what would happen is they would hire them for the season at the hotels in the Middle East. In this particular case, in Bahrain, and they kept them in the hotels. They paid them, they fed them, and they stayed there for the whole season. So they were like the house band, and every hotel had its own house band. And these guys were from Montreal, and in this particular case, her boyfriend Vance was supposed to take her back to Montreal and marry her, but he kind of got caught up in the lifestyle there, and he was, constantly making those promises. And she said one day, you know what, I'm going to go back to Montreal and get my head together and get back to reality and decide what it is I want for me. This is a relationship. But all of those songs, with the exception of one, I believe, were all written in that time frame while I was stationed there. So it just kind of made sense that they would all go together on the CD. And the only one that wasn't would have been Skanky Ho.
So it was kind of like a soundtrack of the time, kind of.
Yeah, a soundtrack of my life in Bahrain for those 2 years. Yeah.
And that's what I was just saying about the package, because if I was to sing, I'm not saying I'm a singer. I'm nowhere near a singer, but if I was, I could not feel that. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I could feel that if I'm trying to sing, what you, I don't know. I just feel like that it came from you. Like all of that is like, wow. You know what I mean? Because that's like, again, like from the heart and soul right there. And then that's, I'm sorry, I'm just crazy. I'm like, kind of tongue tied right now. Like, wow. Because you don't hear this. You really don't hear like this. This is like, you've been through things. You said you was overseas. I don't know when, you were overseas like that, but I don't know if it was during wartime or anything like that. But to see,
it was actually, yeah. It was right after 9/11.
See, so it was, and to be able to get to a mind state like that during that is phenomenal in itself. You know what I mean? To be able to like zone in and just write. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from a person like me. I'm not a writer, so I you write when you have to, but I guess that's why I really enjoy having conversations with artists and writers like you, because it's like I can't think of being like that. I would be very tense. You know what I mean? And I'm not if I'm writing something that's gonna be all, I guess, emotional. When I say emotional, like what's going on, like if there's any bad stuff going on, you know what I mean? And
right.
You were able to like knock all of that out and come to a place. And I'm like, well, that's not even really. You can't teach that. You know what I mean? You can't. That has to be like God given, like for you to be like that. So I'm sorry, I'm going on my
No, it's a gift, and I completely look at it as a gift, and I try very, very hard never to take that for take advantage of it, But what you were saying, in that time frame, what's funny is all of the emotions that come through in all of those songs. Those are the emotions that people were dealing with during that time frame. Uncertainty of relationship.
Yeah.
You meet someone, it's still going on. It's just going on, with a war in the background.
No, that's true. Yeah, because Prophet was actually over there not too well. Like that happened in 2000. What was you over there like 2 years after?
I got the.
No, I was saying Prophet because he has that background also, that military background.
Army?
Oh no, I was a jarhead.
Oh no, well that's okay. I can accept you then, because Navy, Marines, we get along.
Yeah, I was over there in '05, and it was I was on a boat, and I think you would join the Marines and not be on a boat, but I got stuck on a boat, so But what are you gonna do, right? I don't like it. You ever seen that movie with Bill Murray? And he wakes up every day and it's the same thing over and over again.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how I felt every day. It was just like, you wake up, eat, go back, watch some TV, eat, go to sleep. That was it.
Yeah, it was definitely a routine, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Very, very much so. But, I was kind of lucky in some of the regards, because it was like, they would drop us off some places, so I got to see other countries while I was there. So it wasn't exactly like, be on boat straight up for 6 months. They let us off. We got to train with other people, so it was a good experience.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get dropped off in Bahrain?
Yeah, it was that was kind of a crazy experience, because to make a long story short, like one of the girls on the ship got in a taxi cab, and I guess one of the locals there that was driving a taxi cab, they had these two guys in the back or whatever, and I guess they tried to kidnap her or something.
Oh wow!
But, yeah, it was crazy. So they were like, okay, because we were supposed to stay there until for a week or something, but after that happened, they were like, okay, everybody get back on the boat, we gotta go, because they didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah, I understand that. I would have been gone quick.
Yeah, you don't want to be around that all the time. So we had, after 2 days we peeled out. So that was interesting.
That was definitely interesting. I did want to ask you though, Peggy, that do you is that's your official stage name also? Your name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Just Peggy Gordon. Yep.
That's cool. That's cool.
No,
right there.
no frills, no spills.
Say it again.
No frills, no spills, just Peggy Gordon.
No, that's cool. that's definitely cool right there. So I guess what I want to do now, I still want to continue this conversation because we got a lot more things to ask you, but I do want to go to another song, and everybody needs to pay attention, listen, because she has some great things to say, and I'm telling you, if y'all a songwriter, singer, or whatever coming up, you guys need to contact Peggy. Maybe she'll, I don't know, I'm assuming she'll give you some pointers. As long as you don't act stupid when you email her. Sound smart, sound kind of smart, sound like you're not trying to waste her time. And I'm pretty sure she could guide you.
Absolutely.
Definitely. But we're going to go to another track and we will be back.
When I see you with your morning paper, you don't notice I am there. And I whisper words of poetry, you don't know how much I care. How do I win your love? I long to feel your breath on my skin. I would do anything. Won't you let me in? How can I be so invisible to the only one I prize? I could blind you with this love I'm feeling if I could open up your eyes. How do I win your love? I long to feel your breath on my skin. I would do anything. Won't you let me in? How do I attract you? Where do I begin? And how do I convince you you should let me in? Is there something I can say or do? A clever way to catch your eye? Would you tell me I'm too romantic or just a fool to even try? How do I win your love? I long to feel your breath on my skin. I would do anything. Won't you let me in? Let me in. Let me in. When I see you with your morning paper, you don't notice I am there.
Yo, everybody, Fuego Beats Radio back, and we're talking with Peggy Gordon. Peggy, I do want you to let them know, if you do not mind, about the project that you're working on that we just talked about?
I'm actually working on a rap song, and it'll be kind of like, there's so many artists out there now. I just started listening to rap again after so many years, but it's basically what it is it's a chorus that's sung, and then the rap is in between, and then the chorus, and then so it's kind of blended, and it's got a lot of shout to it. And actually a good example I would use would be Stan, that Eminem did with Dido.
Okay. Okay.
From that part of Dido, and then he'd get in there and rap for a while. So it is still kind of like an alternative, folky kind of a sound to it, but with rap. Yeah.
And you, you just blend you just pull two different fan bases together. So that's what makes it even more like a great idea, because I never heard anything like that. So I'm definitely can't wait to hear that.
The thing that I love the most about music is it's so liquid and it's so blendable. You can take so many styles and blend them together and come up with just the greatest stuff in the world. I mean, Pavarotti did it with John Denver. Actually, it wasn't Pavarotti. They sang a song together called something love, perhaps love. And so you got an opera guy singing with a country guy, and it was magnificent. It was wonderful.
Wow, and what I love about music is that you truly can't be wrong. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that you can't. If I say, well, I want to do like some crazy stuff, and I want to make a hip hop song, and I want Garth Brooks to be on it. It can't be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's different, and somebody will like it. Now, mind you, it might be 5 people that likes that, but I'm just saying somebody's gonna like it. But
you'll find that I find that as long as you're true to the music and you're true to where you're coming from with it, you'll always do good. You'll always do good.
Definitely.
If you start worrying about who's going to like it and who's not going to like it, you'll mess it up every time.
Yeah.
You're right.
The thing. Also, I wanted to ask you as far as like influences. Like, is any particular artists, bands, or people in general that influenced you, like with your writing and everything?
Oh, absolutely. I'll start out with Carole King, because a lot of people don't know. Carole King used to write hit songs for Motown people. Up on a Roof, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow, stuff like those were all her songs. And then she kind of broke out on her own and did Tapestry. Yeah. And I love her lyrics and her style. And, of course, Simon and Garfunkel. You give me Marvin Gaye any day of the week, and I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah. And as, rap, I adore Eminem, but I actually started with Run DMC. Barbra Streisand, you name it. I like a little bit of everything. Garth Brooks as well. His style was so unique, he changed the face of country music.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm a follower of country like that, but lately, because like I said, we deal with everything. Like, you'll hear on this show, you'll hear some, hard Jay-Z stuff, or you'll hear some bluegrass. Because we like all types on this show right here. So, you know what I mean? I've been kind of thrown, into a lot of different genres that I never thought I would even care to hear. But I'm like, wow, damn. I guess about growing up too. You know what I mean?
That's one of those. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I keep tuning in to you guys. After my sister told you about you, told me about you, because you play everything.
Yeah.
It's not just one thing.
Yeah, and like I said, it's music in general. But I tell people, when you look at me, you don't see, I guess, a nerd, maybe my glasses, but you don't see that. So people don't realize that I played in band and played the bass clarinet and played, symphony music which was boring as hell, by the way.
You did?
Oh, you didn't know I played it in our school band? I quit though.
No.
I
didn't know you were.
Oh yeah.
You were in the orchestra.
Nah,
Really?
that was nah. I played the bass clarinet. And
awesome.
true. I should have stayed with it because they were like, oh, you could read music, great. But it was boring to me because we've only played Beethoven, Bach, stuff like, and I'm like, I'm not feeling that. We got to play something new. We got to switch it up. So I quit. Call me a quitter, whatever. But that's why when I'm hearing these different genres, it like takes me back to that. And I started just opening my mind a little bit, you know what I mean, as I got older, and like, wow, I actually find myself, listen, I can't listen to one genre of anything all day, every day, like just straight up for hours. I had to tell a guy the other day because he likes, classical. And I mean, the whole ride all day is classical. I was about to lose my mind. But that's not because I don't like classical. It's just because I can't sit there and all day and just listen to one thing. So that's kind of what why we do this on this show. I mean, music is music. You know what I mean? We know how we going through politics, which I don't get into, but everything, just play some music and everybody get along. That's how I feel. Like, it's crazy. But
there's only a couple of things. What were you about to say?
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna, touch on that. There's only a couple of things that bring people together in this world, and that's that. Music just happens to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely one of a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So.
Yep, definitely. And I'm thanking you for being on the show with us tonight. Also, for everything you do with the music, all the hard work, and just my thing is just keep doing that. You know what I mean? Like, please, and if somebody wants any kind of guidance, I would definitely contact Peggy. You can if you want to, Peggy, you could plug whoever you want to plug and give your information.
Oh, okay, yeah. Flat Hat Studios, because they engineered the CD, they produced and engineered it. And, if anyone who wants to get a hold of me, please, I'm not that famous. So you can look me up on Facebook, Peggy Gordon, and let's see. I guess if you put in Peggy Gordon music as well, because believe it or not, there's a lot of Peggy Gordons out there. Hard to believe that.
Yeah, because I actually just was getting ready to friend request you, and this lady from New Zealand, and I didn't think that was you.
No, and it should say Tacoma.
Tacoma.
It should say Tacoma, Washington. Yeah.
Let me see if I can. It should. Okay, that's cool. Definitely. So is that the best way to contact you, or?
Yeah, the best way to contact me, you can contact me at Peggy Gordon, one word, Peggy Gordon at rocketmail.com.
Okay. Y'all, like I said, listen to that because you're hearing this. She has good things to say. Obviously, she's been in the music industry for a while. My voice is kind of in and out. I'm sorry. I'm getting over some sort of cold. So
yeah, he had hot Cephalopolis flu last
whatever. Week. Yeah, and I know you brought it back in one of your marine hunts. You brought that back. So we won't talk about that. But again, Peggy, we definitely will catch up with you again. We definitely want you to come back, and talk to us again real soon. Matter of fact, do you have any projects other than that one, like albums that you're working on?
Actually, I just started recording a new CD. It's basically country music. Okay. All the country songs that I've written out till next year sometime. But you can look me up on Amazon or iTunes or cdbaby.com. You type in my name, Peggy Gordon, or type in the name of one of the songs if someone's given it to you, like Skanky Ho. That seems to be the most popular one right now.
I don't even think I heard that, but now just because it has that name, no, I'm joking. But that is wow. So we'll talk. Like real quick. Offline. I just want to ask you a couple of things. But again, it was good speaking with you. I know Prophet. Good job, Prophet. By the way, because Prophet's been bringing in some great artists like lately, man. It's crazy.
Thank
like,
you.
Yeah.
And Peggy, what were you about to say? Peggy, I was going to tell you it was a pleasure having you on the show, and we wish you the best in everything you do, and hopefully we'll link back up with you and possibly have a collaboration or some type of project in the near future coming up.
Definitely.
That would be great. Thanks for having me on.
Because I have an
brother.
idea. But we'll talk about that. But all right, so we're gonna go to another one of Peggy's tracks, and we will see you guys.
I was racing with the moon, but I never dreamed I would. Thought that it was much too soon to fall in love again. And I looked into your eyes, and my heart began to swim. Though it took me by surprise when I called you up to say, can I lay with you tonight? Would you tell me it's alright if I hold you in my arms until you fall in love with me? And if by chance our lips should meet, could it ever be as sweet as the moment when I hear you say, let me lay with you tonight? Till the moment I met you, I never let my heart be free. Let my heart be free. Now there's nothing I can do, 'cause you got a hold on me. Oh baby, you got me. When I lie in bed at night, I can't sleep the whole night through. I need you here to hold me tight. Say you feel the same way too. And if I get down on my knees, would you make me beg you please? Can I lay with you tonight? Would you tell me it's alright if I hold you in my arms until you fall in love with me? And if by chance our lips should meet, now could it ever be as sweet as the moment when I hear you say, let me lay with you tonight?